And then let's come together. Come to a comfortable seated. Just place your hand on top of your thigh. And take a moment here. If you feel like comfortable, you can close your eyes or lower your gaze. And just sensing into the top of the head and all the way down to the base of the spine, lengthening. Soften your face and shoulder and all the unnecessary tension. And just simply sitting and being here. And begin to notice your natural breath. In and out breath through the nostril, sensing and feeling. So take a moment, allowing yourself to arrive. So just sit it here for a moment and just sensing into your body, noticing. And saying good morning to each part of your body. And then slowly, we're gonna transition. You're gonna take your hands to the front, and then we're gonna do some tapping to waking up the body. So just let your hands bounce into the front. And just let it drop. And now slowly, you're gonna come onto your shoulders. Just tapping onto your shoulders. And then crossing your arms, the opposite side of your shoulders. And then go all the way down to your palms. One more time, go all the way up. Going up and down a few times. You're gonna open again and tapping at the base of your neck. I'm gonna go down to your chest. And allowing any sounds once you come out, let it out. I'm gonna go all the way down to your belly, to the stomach area, waking up to the stomach. And to the groin, between your legs and the upper body. Just tap. Now I'm gonna go all the way down to your legs. To the upper leg and lower legs and to your feet. And to the bottom of the feet. And now you're gonna take your hands on the floor, just tapping on the floor. And once more, you're gonna just take it back to your feet. And you're gonna go all the way up again. Now we're gonna go to the hip, so to the back side of the hip. Now slowly we're gonna come up to the kidney. So your lower back and between your lungs and the kidney area. And slowly you're gonna come to your side of the rib cage. And go up again to your chest and to the shoulder. Into your neck, and now slowly using your hand stroke and touch your face. So just waking up your face, yes. And just stretching your face, stick your tongue out. Take a couple of deep breaths. And you're gonna use your fingertips and just drop on your head. And just let it drop, use the weight. Yes. And just letting go, let your arms open. And take a deep breath. Inhale and exhale, let it out. All right, now slowly let's transition onto your all four. Just taking a moment here, finding your shoulders really stack on top of your wrist. And now tuck your toes under, and now slowly sitting back down to your heels. And now we're gonna transition, come up to your downward facing dog. So taking a moment here, finding your down dog. You can pedal through your feet, open your 10 fingers on the floor, sending your tailbone high up, draw the belly in. And slowly on your next inhale, we're gonna shift the weight, come to the front, to a high plank. And now bend your knees and now slowly shift it back to downward facing dog. One more time, so inhale, come forward. And exhale, pressing into your hands and lift your tailbone up. Once more, let's come forward, inhale. And ripple through the spine and exhale. So rounding the spine, come forward to the high plank. And exhale, sending the sit bone high up. Last one more time, breathing. Come forward. And breathing out. Come to your down dog. All right, now slowly let's take your right knee towards to your left elbow. So just waking up the core a bit. And come back to down dog, the other side. Left knee towards to your right elbow. And one more time, let's go to the left side. So right knee towards to your left elbow. And come back. And left knee towards your right elbow. And coming back to your downward facing dog. Now slowly, on your next inhale, lift your right leg up towards the sky. And just open up the hip and dropping your right knee. Right leg bend it. Open up the hip. And slowly taking your right foot down back to the floor. And let's go changing to the other side. So left leg lift it up. And open up the hip. Bending your left knee. Pressing into your hands. And slowly coming back down again, finding your 4 points. Slowly take an inhale, shift your weight forward. And now exhalation, drop the knees and upper body. Slowly come forward, come to a baby cobra, press your hands up. Inhale here. And exhale, forward fold. Let's do one more time, breathing in. Lift your chest forward. And breathing out, come back to the floor. Press the top of the feet down to the floor. Tuck your toes under. And slowly coming back again to your down dog. And this time, you're gonna lift your right leg up again towards the sky and now directly open up the hip. Now bend your right knee. And take your right knee towards your left elbow. And now you're gonna take your right knee on top of your left knee, so crossing. And just stay here, stretching the left hamstring. Pressing into your both hands. Soften your jaw and your face. And slowly, on your next inhale, let your right leg come down to the floor and now lift your left leg up. Taking an inhale here, lengthen the head forward, toes behind. Exhalation, draw your left knee towards your chest. One more time, inhale, stretching back. And exhale, drawing in. One more time, breathing. And breathe out. Now slowly, you're gonna step your left foot in between your hands. Finding your low lunge, taking an inhale, arms reaching up. And exhalation, open the arms, opening up the chest. And interlace your fingers behind. Sending your arms down towards the floor, chest up towards the ceiling. Stay here for one more breath. And keep pressing your left foot down towards the floor. And slowly let's come forward. And now you're gonna tuck your back toes under and now come to a 45. We're gonna lift it up to your warrior one. So reaching your arms up to warrior one. Yes. So make sure that the back side of the leg engage and open up, rotation outwards, protect your knees. Taking an inhale here, take your hands touching together and now let your hands come to a reverse namaste behind your neck. Opening up the chest and the shoulder, Protect your neck, supporting. Stay here for one more breath. And slowly, inhalation, start to stretch your front knee, and now you're gonna transition yourself, come forward, come to a pyramid. So you can shorten your stance. Take an inhale, chest lift, and exhalation, forward fold. You can bend in your back knee and flex your left foot. Just come to a regular pyramid pose. A couple of deep breaths here. On your next inhale, we're gonna take your right hand at the outside of your left foot. You're gonna do a twisted triangle. So lift it, your left arm up towards the sky. Rotate. So you can bend in your front knee as well. Just micro bend it and rotating, opening up the chest and look up to the ceiling. Press your both feet evenly on the floor. One more breath here. Sensing the down and up, reaching the fingers, and slowly let it drop. And now you're gonna bend in your back knee, and now you're gonna go through with your left foot going back again. So reaching backwards. And now slowly you're gonna taking back, tap to the floor, and now take your right foot, right leg to the front, come to a pigeon. And take an inhale here, finding your pigeon. So right leg in the front. And exhalation, let's come forward. And soften all the unnecessary tension. Sending the breath to those tight, tense area. Soften and release. And slowly, you're gonna walk your hands, come up again. You're gonna bend your back knee. You can either just stay here or you're gonna bend your back knee. And now you're gonna take your right arm, grabbing onto your left ankle. Now kick your left foot into your right hand. Open up the chest. Left hand, you can grab onto your right elbow or stay in the front. So give yourself a taking up and open up the chest. One more breath here. Enjoy the stretch. And slowly just letting go. And let your left leg bend it and stay on the floor. Now slowly you're gonna transition. You're gonna take your right leg a bit closer. And now take your your right shoulder on top of your right knee. Align together. So basically you're lying onto your right leg. And now you're gonna start to stretching your left leg and come forward in between your hands and take your hands into Namaste. And stretching your legs here. One more breath here. And then slowly letting go of your left foot and gently transition yourself up. And you're gonna keep going with your left foot and crossing towards to your right leg. So knees align to each other and keep your left leg straight. So here we're gonna do a sitting twist, but then stretching your hamstring as well. So taking your hands one more time, come to a Namaste and twist it. Let your left leg stretch straight to the front. Make sure that both sit bones sitting down. Soften the face and the jaw. Last breath. And slowly take your hands behind. And now you're gonna take your left ankle on top of your right knee. Come to a figure 4. And here you can adjust how far, how close you like. And keep flexing to your left foot actively. And you can walk yourself a bit closer to your legs, and stretching the hip. Slowly start to stretch your right leg to the front. Left ankle stay on top of your right knee. Take your hands, press together, and now take your left elbow on top of your left foot. And give yourself a twist and look up to the sky. And come to forward fold. Sending your both hips down to the floor. Last one more breath here. And gently on your next inhale, slowly you're gonna transition, come back again. And now you're gonna press into your hands and your right foot. And now you're gonna let them go, stretching your left leg out and now taking in. Now shift your weight, come forward, pressing into your hands. Now transition, come to a squat. And now we're gonna take a moment here to practice the balance. So lift your heels up and then balancing onto your toes here. Just take your hands in Namaste, wherever you feel comfortable. Finding balance, finding the center. And slowly letting go, place your hands down and I'll lift your tailbone high up. And slowly take an inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. And step back to your downward facing dog. Inhalation, come forward, plank. And exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. And exhale, downward facing dog. Let's transition to the other side. Inhale, left leg lifted up. Open up the hip directly. Exhale, take your left knee towards your right elbow. And now take your left knee on top of your right knee, crossing. Stay here for one more breath. Keep pressing your hands down towards to the floor. Open your 10 fingers. And now slowly letting go of your left leg on the floor. Inhale, right leg lift. Exhale, drawing in towards your chest. Once more, inhale, going back. And exhale, coming back in. One more time, breathing. And breathing out. And now this time, you're gonna step in between your hands, finding your low lunge here. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, this time you're gonna open the chest, cactus arms. Actively pressing into your right foot. And slowly you're gonna transition. Tuck your back toes under. Now lift it yourself up to warrior one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, hands touching together, place behind the base of your neck. And lean back, opening up. Open your 10 toes on the floor. Having a sense of groundingness and rooted up. Slowly on your next inhale, start to stretch your right leg. And now transition yourself, come forward. One more breath, inhale here, chest lift. And exhale, forward fold. And try to square your pelvis, sending the right hip back. So the sensing you can bend your back knee and now flex your right foot as well. Or just coming to a regular triangle. And gently, inhalation, you're gonna take your left hand at the outside of your right foot. And now you're gonna open your right arm up towards the sky. So come to a twisted triangle. Again, micro bend your right knee, protect your knee. One more breath here. Sending your limbs going to all directions. Arms up and down, your head and tail front and back. And slowly just letting go your hands. And now slowly you're gonna bend your knees. And now you're gonna slide through your right foot, right leg behind. Lift it back again and now touching to the floor. And now you're gonna take your left leg, come forward, the other side pigeon. Take a moment here, finding your pigeon, inhale here. And exhale, forward fold. And gently on your next inhale, you're gonna come back up. You can either stay up here, or you're gonna start to bend your back knee. Now you're gonna take your left hand, grabbing onto your right ankle. Now kicking your right foot into your left hand. Open up the chest. Right hand, you can stay on the floor or grabbing onto your left elbow. One more last breath here. Deep breath. And slowly just letting go. So take your right leg, stay back here. And now you're gonna start to let your left shoulder touching to your left knee. So you're gonna lie down onto your left knee. And now you're gonna start to stretching your back leg. And then kicking to the front, hands touching together, legs in between your hands. I'm gonna turn myself here. Give yourself a stretch and draw the belly in, finding the core. And rotate your upper body, look up to the ceiling. And slowly letting go and finding your way back. Take a moment here. Yes. Find the way back. And then now you're gonna take your right leg all the way over to the left. So come to a seated twist. Normally it's bending knee, but now we're gonna keep the leg straight and take your left elbow on top of your right leg. And hands one more time, touching together, give yourself a twist. At the same time, stretching the hamstring. Keep sending your right hip down. Soften the shoulders and the jaw and the face, the muscle between your eyebrow. Last one more breath. And gently, you're gonna shift your way back, hands behind you, and now your right ankle on top of your left knee. Come to a figure four. So your ankle to knee. Flex your right foot, and just beginning, perhaps just shift it this way, side to side, waking up, warming up the hip. And now, if you like, you can start to come a bit closer with your legs. And slowly start to stretch your left leg to the front, taking an inhale here, finding your both sits bone. And now you're gonna take your right elbow to your right foot and rotate, twisting to the sky. So actively flex into your both feet. And slowly just letting go, coming back again. Now you're gonna draw your left foot towards to you. And now one more time, you're gonna shift your weight, come forward. And now stretching your right leg out. And now taking back in onto your toes. And shift your weight, come forward. Press your hands down and now coming back again to your squat. And one more time, finding your toes balance here. So lift your heels high up. And just take your hands in front of your heart or wherever. You can also hug yourself. So finding the center and the balance. And slowly on the next inhale, just letting go slowly. Gently, you're gonna melting down back to the floor. Finding your sit bone and your feet flat. Take an inhale here, exhalation, gently rolling vertebrae by vertebrae, lying down back to the floor. And take your knees towards your chest. You're gonna take your hand, come to a happy baby. So open the legs to the side and rocking from side to side. If you like, you can also stretch your legs, going out, giving yourself an inner thigh muscle stretch. And slowly just taking your knees back to your chest again. You're gonna go your knees all the way to the right side. And just come to a simple spinal twist. Allowing your left shoulder drop and relax. Slowly on your next inhale, gently take your both legs back to the center. And we're gonna transition to the other side. So go over to your left side, open your right arm towards to the side. And sensing your whole body weight melting down, yielding towards to the floor. And slowly, on your next inhale, take your knees back to the center. And take a moment here and to check if you have anything you'd like to do before we go to our last pose, Shavasana. So take your time and transition into Shavasana. And letting go all the control. Give it space and allow it to integrate. And slowly, let's start to deepen your breath. Gently waking up again. Take your time. And when you're ready, you can roll yourself, come to one side of your body. And gently just transition, coming back to our seated crisscross. So once you arrive seated, take your time. And just one more time, you can close your eyes if you feel comfortable, or lower your gaze. So turning your attention in towards your body again. And just simply notice and sensing. And slowly inviting you, place your hand one more time in front of your heart. Gathering all the gratitude. Thank for yourself, for your time and practice. Thank you very much for practice with me. Thank you. Namaste.